What's up, everyone? Figured I'd do a quick little scope here, take a little break. Wanted to touch on focus and chunking things down. It's something that I have kind of struggled with a lot as a business owner, entrepreneur, and you may or may not resonate with that or not, but there's so many different things that you can do in your business. Sup, Scott? Hey, what's going on, Zach? Hey, buddy. Dan? Hey, Dan. Yeah, if you guys want to leave your name and where you're calling from. Yeah, hey, Lean Green Girl is back. What is going on? Hello, Scott. Devin in Arizona. What's going on, guys? Yeah, I wanted to take a quick break. I'm actually preparing for tonight's workshop that we're doing. Actually edited a few podcasts. Did a couple of pay-per-click campaigns in Amazon. Did a little bit of checking in there. Tom in Charlotte. Hey, Tom. What's going on? Val in Arizona. Hey, Scott. Denise from Toronto. Richard from the UK. What is up? What is up? John in North Carolina. Let's see. Danny. Orion Staggs. What's going on, Orion? Workshop link shout out. Yes. Let's see. Jason from Hawaii. Hey, Jason. Yeah, tonight we're doing a workshop, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And that will be Dan Dub. What up, Scott? PLC in the house. Private label classroom, that is. Anyone wants to know. Rod from Vegas. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, yeah, tonight we're doing a live workshop, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific. Hey, Scott, it's Ebony. Hey, Ebony, I just want to let you know, too, I just recorded a podcast today, and I read your post that you just did inside the TAS Facebook Facebook group with your picture of you wearing the Amazing Seller t-shirt and all of those boxes piled up in your room there that you're getting ready to ship off to Amazon. So, awesome job. And yeah, just to let you know, I gave a little shout out on an upcoming podcast. I think he got over like 300 some likes in like less than like 10 hours, which is ridiculous, right? What's the web address to sign up for the workshop? It's theamazingseller.com/workshop. Awesome. Thanks, Scott. Super excited. Shirts still available? Yes, they are. There's a limited amount, though. Rich Kibble in the house, and Rich Kibble just shared this on Twitter, so thank you. Hey, if you guys wanted to do that, I would appreciate that as well. Swipe on the screen, hit share, and share it with your Periscope followers or your Twitter followers. Yeah, Lean Green Girl just posted the theamazingseller.com/workshop. What's up, Rich Kibble from Dan Dub? Yeah, so Dan Dub just shared too. Hey, thanks. Hey from Canada. Launch product number 2 today. Thanks, Scott. Awesome. That is so cool. It's really cool. Bill is in the house. In the guzzle. I love it, Bill. Your episode's going to be posting too. I think it's going to be Monday or Wednesday of next week. Really, really good. I actually interviewed a couple other private label classroom students, and they're going to be airing here in a few weeks too. So, yeah, exciting stuff coming. Friday, tomorrow, I'm really excited. The 100th episode. Stupid spell check. I love the guzzle, man. What's that mean? Are you guzzling at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 12 o'clock in the afternoon? Yeah, okay, so let's kind of get to my little topic here today, because it just kind of came to me. I get a lot of people that they feel as though they're going in all of these different directions, and I can totally relate to that, totally relate. The main thing is, and this is what I'm going to do tonight, okay, is the fly still around? No, it's not. It's got a breeze here today, so I think it's blowing it away. The workshop is really me taking all of the components, all of the things that we could be doing and breaking them down into chunks, like literally like just chunking it down. So there's 5 phases, right? There's the product research phase or the discovery phase. Then the second one is going to be the sourcing phase. And then 3 is the pre-launch phase. And 4 is the launch phase. And 5 is the promotions phase. You need to stay on track. You need to stay within those versus going from 1 to 4. Right? Yes, phase 1 is product research. Exactly. And until you've gotten through that phase, don't go and jump ahead. Same thing with if you're working on something else within the business. If you're putting together a website, don't start worrying about how you're going to get traffic to it until you get the thing built, right? Yeah, Lean Green Girl is posting them all there. Yes, you got it. I'm just getting comfortable here. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm on the little couch here in the backyard. It's like a little love seat, I guess. Anyway, yeah, and I mean, I find myself the same thing. Like, you know, I try to theme my days. So like Mondays are like planning kind of days. Tuesday is really executing days. 3 is kind of like things I couldn't get done in those 2 days. And then Thursday and Friday, a little bit of the same, but yet they're themed to where I'm only going to be working on, you know, looking at my pay-per-click stuff for an hour, or product research, or, you know, looking at the ad campaigns and then tweaking and, you know, looking at the numbers, doing some more keyword research, all of that stuff. Now with the podcast, it's going to be, you know, like for me, Tuesdays is all podcast stuff. Like that's it. You know, obviously once that chunk of time is done, well, then you can go and start doing the other thing. So I would recommend, you know, where are you? Like, you know, let's have a little fun here. Put down in the comments below, should we get our products inspected before we ship it out to China to FBA? I personally would. And I just interviewed Scott Thomas, who will be coming on, and he had a mistake happen that if he hadn't had it shipped to himself, it would have been a pretty big mistake. Frantically catching up on your podcast, still researching product. That's okay. It's okay. You know, stay in that phase. Don't jump ahead. Don't start worrying about reviews, right? Don't get all, all excited about stuff that doesn't pertain to you right now. Do you also have a plan if your Amazon ever disappeared? Yes. And that's something that I think we all should be thinking about. But don't think about that now. Get that going so you have something to worry about, right? If you don't have an Amazon business that's running, what are you worried about if it goes away? It's not there yet, right? I mean, so yes, is that a concern of mine? Is it a concern of everyone that I've ever talked to? Of course it is. And that's why you have to have other revenue streams. You know, you have to, I mean, whether it's you taking money from this business and then investing it into real estate or stock or whatever, you always should be coming up with other revenue streams as an entrepreneur. But if you're listening to this for the first time and you're like, well, Scott, I want to start selling on Amazon and I want to start making that a business, you can. But the smart thing is to take some of that money then and start reinvesting that in something else that's not reliant on Amazon. Amazon is just a sales channel. You're absolutely right. One thing that I'm going to be working on, again, you guys are on Periscope, so I'm going to share it with you. One thing that I'm going to be working on pretty actively coming up here soon, you could sell products anywhere. You're absolutely right. I mean, totally. Is I'm in the process right now of hiring some people to do this because I don't want to do it, but I'm going to take some of the money from the Amazon sales and I'm going to then funnel them back into the business and start building out an authority website that's going to have a site that's going to be informational, but also targeting keywords that are like searching for keywords that people want to buy stuff. So like best garlic press or stainless steel garlic press, reviews or something like that, right? Those are buyer keywords in a sense because they're looking to buy. Then you're also going to have ones that have maybe recipes, and then that's going to get traffic there. And when you get the traffic there, then you can start saying to yourself, I can start building an email list through these recipes, right? And then from those recipes, I'm going to be mentioning my stainless steel garlic press. So that's what I'm currently working on because I want to start while I still do have the Amazon traffic. That's good, but I also want to take some of that money, reinvest it back into another channel, which would be a Google, which then I can have a platform of my own that has steady traffic. So if I can build that over 6 months or 8 months, even a year, and then get 1,000 visitors there a day on my own through Google, well, that's another channel that if Amazon ever went away, I've got that built and that's mine. I own that. Now, can Google take it away? Of course they can. So that's when you want your own e-commerce store and, all of that stuff, but one step at a time. Like I'm almost exactly a year in right now, and I'm just starting to think about an authority website. Like I've got a website, but I'm thinking now about building it out and starting to add articles on a regular basis, hiring a VA, a virtual assistant to actually create this content. So why don't you guys do me a favor, write down below in the comments, what phase are you in right now? What phase? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Well, my wife wants me to buy Tim Hortons franchise for her, so I must. Yeah, that's crazy. Need $400K for that, right? Yeah, and a lot of people that get all hung up with this Amazon business, you know, it might cost them $5,000 to get started, but try to buy a franchise. Backward phase. Yeah, 1. Okay, launch my second product. 5 and 1. Okay. I'm launched 5, 4 going into 5. Cool. Samples, good. So samples is right around between 1 and 2, or actually 1 and 2. About to launch, still in 1. Okay, cool. Right, 5. Awesome. So, you know, it's just great to hear and to see different phases. Now, just my advice to you and recommendation to you would be stay in that phase, work in that phase until you complete it, until you're ready to move on to the next. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 59th. Yeah, I know, right? Research, right? And you know, someone had said they're in 1 and 5, or 5 and 1, meaning they're in the promotions phase for product 1, but now that that's up and running, they're now jumping back into phase 1, and that's exactly how you should do it. Just repeat the process. The best thing about it, though, is it's going to be a lot easier going back through that process, right? You've learned stuff. You've probably got yourself in a category now, so you don't have to worry about a category that you're going to go into. So it's so much easier to do that. Can you build an authority site on Shopify? Absolutely. Shopify is actually an e-commerce site platform, but it also acts as a blog or a website. So definitely. Lather, rinse, and repeat. Absolutely. The hardest part is getting started. The hardest part is getting through all of the phases. And then once you get through them, it's a lot easier to go back now and start over again from the beginning. Dan Dubs gives the thumb up. Awesome. So, so I'm going to be talking about this again tonight on the workshop. If you guys have attended one of these already before, awesome. Then you know what I'm talking about. I answer live Q&A. If Lean Green Girl says, I love hearing you explain this. Yeah, and I love talking about it. I could talk about it every day, and which I do on the podcast and with friends and stuff. Does the PPC ever end for a product, or is it always ongoing? I always keep mine running, and I'm always looking for new keywords. I just actually posted this. I think I posted it in the private Facebook group for the class, that I went and I did a little test campaign. I let it run for 3 days, and I discovered 2 keywords, and each of them got a sale, and it only cost me 68 cents. So for 68 cents, I got 2 sales. Crazy, right? I think one of them was 2-cent click. But again, I just threw mud at the wall and I seen what stuck, you know, and that's the beautiful thing with that. So I kind of found a couple of keywords now that I'm gonna keep an eye on, and if they still pan out, then I might start to optimize my listing a little bit more for those keywords. But I'm always trying to reach more keywords in that. And there's just, I mean, you're always going to be experimenting with different things. I mean, there's things that I'm experimenting with right now that I can't even talk about yet because I want to make sure that it's going to be useful. If I'm not through the experiment, then I shouldn't really talk about it because I don't want you jumping into that experiment and not understanding kind of like what's to happen from it. Thoughts on doing cosmetics? I know people are brand conscious, so probably harder. Yeah, it's definitely harder. Started listening to Pat Flynn and Ryan Moran because of you, Scott. I'm even more excited about it. Awesome. Internet business. Great. Yeah, they're a couple of great guys. I started listening to, I think my very first podcast was probably Pat Flynn, I have to say. Probably he's the one that kind of got me into listening. And then I just started listening on all the time. I mean, I don't ever listen to the radio at all unless my kid's in the car. Hard, but very rewarding in cosmetics. Yes, very, very. But, you know, if you're willing to put in the work, it could definitely be a good payoff for you. Scott, thanks for the tip about Buffer. I definitely noticed increased sales related to Twitter posts. Oh, cool. Yes, Ryan's yoga product line is inspiring. Yes, it is. But again, I mean, you know, I think Amazon is a great testing ground to see if things are going to work quickly, and then from there you can build, like I said, an authority site around it and stuff. But it's a great place to verify and validate a product quickly, right? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. I got to get back in. I got a few more things I wanted to do for tonight's workshop. I got a couple of slides I'm going to be updating, getting that stuff all lined up, making sure that all of my emails and everything are written and ready to go. So if you guys are coming, I'll see you then. Hey, Bill, a little late to the party, but hey, better late than never. We're going to be wrapping up here too. Yeah, great seeing you too, Lean Green Girl. Steve says, thanks, Scott, later. Okay, cool. Yeah, so if you guys are watching this on a replay, you can still tap on the screen and give some love there. And Bill says, see you tonight. I'll see you tonight. I'll be there about 8:45. I'll be there a little bit early. Chris Schaefer and I get on there and we just kind of give some shout-outs. Shout-out site again for newcomers. theamazingseller.com/workshop. That is the link to go register for that. You'll get an email 15 minutes before we go live. Later, Scott. Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Have an awesome day, by the way. And if you guys haven't already, you can share this by swiping on the screen, either to the side or up, depending on the device that you're on. You can also follow me if you're not following already, and you can click on the little buddy icon and follow. Thanks, Scott. Looking forward to a 100th episode. That's coming, or 100th podcast. That's Friday. And it was leaked, actually. Already 500 and some people already downloaded it. Can't wait for the podcast tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I think you guys are going to really, really enjoy it, and it was just fun. And oh yeah, by the way, at the end of it, stay tuned to the end. There's a couple of outtakes that I did that were kind of funny. Yeah, oops, that's okay. Yeah, if you did download it already, good for you. Click the Perry buddy on the bottom right corner to follow. Yes, exactly. Lean Green Girl, I'll tell you, you're on top of it. Asking for links and putting arrows over to the buddy icon. That's awesome. I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I just wanted to do this quick because I know how frustrating it can get, for, getting focused and chunking things down. And it's really important. And I'm always trying to do that in anything that I do. So definitely do that. And oh, by the way, anyone that's following along, I worked out again today. So we're on like day 5. And I have eaten clean now for 5 days in a row. So let's keep going, right? Yeah, Lean Green Girl gives all of the hearts. Sweet. Yeah, boom. All right, so so if you guys are going to show up tonight, I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you tomorrow on the podcast, or I'll see you on another Periscope. So have a great day, and enjoy your bike ride, or your your train ride, or your plane ride, or your car ride, wherever you are. All right, so yeah, pizza, anyone? Hey, stop that. You know how that makes me feel. Like, I want a piece now. I'm going to go get a piece of pizza. No, I can't get a piece. No, I don't have one in the house anywhere. Here on the Scope machine. Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys. Have an awesome day. See you tonight.